Releasing early and releasing often is a mantra in a startup, but making sure you can do it is harder than it seems. Hello and welcome to my vlog. I'm Sumant Vepa, a developer, a DevOps engineer, and an entrepreneur, and this is my story. Following our strategy session yesterday that laid out the overall plans for the quarter, we spent this morning focusing on working out our sprint objectives for this sprint. So we work, as I said yesterday, in sprints of 3 days. And we chose 3 days because it is a small unit of time where we can build something that is deployable to an external user that has meaning to them, that actually makes a difference, but yet is small enough that we can get feedback relatively quickly on it. The traditional sprint cycles in Agile are usually about 2 weeks long, but we found that that is far too long to get feedback early in your product cycle. But it's not easy to do a 3-day sprint by right away. It takes planning and preparation. The most important thing that you can do to prepare for a 3-day sprint is to actually define your sprint in such a way that your deliverable can actually reasonably be delivered in 3 days, something that is usable by the customer and yet only takes 3 days to build. So it could be a feature, it could be a feature improvement, it could be some sort of setup or harness for your that helps the customer eventually, and it takes effort to build up these things. The second thing is you need to have the infrastructure in place to have these sprints be effective. By infrastructure, I mean the ability to deploy quickly. So an ability to deploy, to do one-click deployments rapidly and withdraw them should there be a problem. So have that preparation in place before you start executing on these 3-day sprints. Indeed, those products themselves can be the deliverables in 3-day sprints. So one of the early deliverables in a new project when we start them for clients is that we set up the build and delivery process first, so that when we actually start delivering stuff, we have an automated system in place. The third aspect of being able to release early and release often is to have a feedback mechanism in place. So when we put something out, we want to know how it did, and it takes active effort to put in an infrastructure to get the feedback. So for example, for our marketing efforts, we have dashboards that collect the information on how our marketing is performing, and we analyze that. For product features, when we have infrastructure in place that allows us to understand how the feature was working for our customers and how they reacted to it when we put in this thing. It isn't just passive data gathering. We also have active plans where we reach out to customers and get their feedback and put that into the system. And unless you get this stuff for feedback, without the feedback aspect of a sprint, there is no point being agile, because you will be flying blind if you don't take feedback quickly. And so this is an important aspect of maximizing the benefits of a philosophy where you release early and release often. I'll talk to you soon.